What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. You know who I am, and welcome back to another episode of Film Stock Reviews. In this episode, I'm reviewing Saint Maude. Now, Saint Maude tells the story of a hospice worker who has converted to Roman Catholicism and is infatuated with a former dancer. And in order to do that, she must save her soul because she has cancer. Now, this movie starts off right in your face. It gets right into it, and it's a psychological horror movie, and I will get into that. Now, the character of Maude is played by Morfydd Clark, who is a fantastic actress in this. She really stands on her own and really delves deep into the life of her character. The interesting thing about this movie is that it's really short. It's only 84 minutes long, and things are happening so fast. It's a very, very slow-moving movie. If you don't like slow-moving psychological horror movies, then this isn't a movie for you. But if you like the pace of how horror movies go now, and the storytelling and how there are not much scares in it, and you want to understand what's going on in her mind, then this is a movie for you. There are times where you're trying to figure out what the hell is happening, and that's just it. What the hell is happening? The movie is slow, like I said, but it picks up the pace in the last 30 minutes of the movie. We find out what she's doing, why she's doing it, but we don't know if she's mentally stable, or so to speak, or if she's just out there trying to figure out things and everything's in her head. There are a lot of references to Roman Catholicism and Jesus and God and how certain things are done and how the nurse is done. And it's interesting how it plays into the factor of saving lives, ending lives, and going on about how you like someone for what they are, but you want to get into their world, but not knowing what's happening. The trailer for this movie was really, really interesting and good, and I'll leave a link to that in the description box below because I did react to that as well. And I want to say that even though this movie did receive critical acclaim for its storytelling, its pacing, and how certain silhouettes and how things are done, and how, in there are certain scenes where Maude stands and she has a silhouette of the Mary behind her, of like a picture or a portrait, and she makes her own makeshift robe and she wears it and she walks around trying to be like a savior of some sorts. We don't know what's happening, but the events in the beginning of the movie that started her off is haunting her in a way where we're trying to figure out, is it the devil? Is it Christ? Is it God? Or who is it and what's happening? Or is it all in her head? There are a lot of metaphors to this, and if you don't understand the metaphors to it, then you know what's happening in this movie. There's a scene where she goes out and she enjoys herself and starts drinking and having a good time, but then that whole world spiraled down, and there's a real big reference to, draining, spirals happening around her, circles and everything, and she even says she could be dying of some kind of appendicitis or something. So we don't know what actually is happening to her. But the thing is that the film is written by Rose Glass, and it's also directed by her, and it's very unique to see a movie like this happen. There are a lot of metaphors to paintings as well, and how the paintings contribute into this movie, and it's just, I want to say that I did like it, but then I didn't like it because I wasn't understanding what was happening. But the ending was interesting because the ending was just out of this world, and when you sit there, you actually trying to figure out what the hell happened. So for me, Saint Maude gets 1 out of 5 stars. Like I said, I wanted to like it, but I just couldn't enjoy it because I wanted to understand what was happening. And this movie kind of felt like the movie Stigmata with Patricia Arquette and Gabriel Byrne, but on a different level. This one was more so tame, while that movie was more so in your face and crazy. And if you haven't seen Stigmata, definitely do so because that's a fantastic movie. And if you like psychological horror films that that are based on the essence and emphasis of Roman Catholicism or God or Christ or the devil, then this is a movie for you. I'm not saying that you shouldn't check it out, because you should check it out for your own opinion, but for me, like I said, I give it 1 out of 5 stars. So let me know in the comment section below what you thought about Saint Maud. Did you see it? Did you like it? Did you not like it? And what did you think of it? And do you like the psychological aspect to it that was happening? And let me also know in the comment section below what you thought each metaphor was in this movie to her, and if she was dealing with anything mentally, because I'm really curious to hear what you have to say in the comment section below. And be sure you click that subscribe button and hit that notification bell for new videos on my channel. And you know where to follow Marchio Productions and me, Mr. Filmstock. I'll leave a link to all the social media accounts in the description box below. You guys can check it out and follow along. I'm Anthony. Thanks for tuning in.